Well, beloveds, here I am finally. I am Astarius Miraculii. I had some major technical mannishness going on with my devices. And ever since the time that I was meaning to launch, which would have been 7 o'clock, and messed up technology attempting to or seeking to get the technology to behave itself. And finally, I wind up having to shift to a completely different device. I was attempting to do something with a device I hadn't worked with for quite a while. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Every time is now, and no matter what time it is on the clock. Hello, Janice. It is now. No matter where it is in this world, the truth is it's now o'clock. So even though we didn't start this live at 7 o'clock, it is indeed being started at now o'clock. Isn't that right, Ruth? I see all of you beloveds. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. And, we are coming together to be at resonance with divine remembering, the divine remembering of who we truly are. So I think I'd like to start with some prayer. Divine Creator, in your might and in your glory, we call you forth to awaken from within the cellular matrix of our being, that there be the emergence from the central core of our being, that resonance of total enlightenment, that resonance of inner divinity, that resonance of invincibility, invulnerability, immunity to any and all negativity. We are choosing, Divine Creator, to remember. We are choosing to activate the homing device within us that is our guide system guiding us back to the realms of absoluteness. We choose to bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. And this we do by heaven's might, that God's intention be our sacred plight. We are empowered by everything. We are aligned with the healing power, the transforming power of every angel and every ascended master. We utilize the body and the portal of Astarius Miraculii to now transmit the frequency of healing, the frequency of Reiki. We call upon our Pleiadian brothers and sisters, that star system that is so far evolved beyond where we are here on Earth. Because all life is one, We call forth the activation of the internal cellular counterparts that represent the Pleiades and the ascended resonance of beingness within the Pleiadians. We open our beings as a portal for the transmission of the frequencies of enlightenment, the frequencies of healing mastery, the frequencies of infinite knowingness, held within the consciousness of our Pleiadian brothers and sisters. We allow the channeling of every angel and every ascended master in the sacred realms of ascension. Every time is now, every space is here, every one is us. Every one of us who have been in a state of fear and pain, we call forth the activation of the consciousness of all of those of us who are afraid, to now recognize the courageousness of legions and legions of being who are the full exemplification, the epitome of courage, now activating from within the central core of the being of all of those of us who are in a state of fear. We transform fear into freedom. We transform pain into joy. Even now, we recognize that the entire universe is pouring through us. We recognize that what it takes to define who we really are is the all-inclusiveness of the all that is, the universe, ad infinitum, even unto Creator Source. Every cell within our being is now remembering this truth. We even align with the frequency of the 1111, though the 11th month and the 11th day has passed. The frequency of 1111 is eternal. That resonance of one standing equally by one, one standing equally by every other one. Oh my goddess, it feels so good. Align with me, beloveds. Be in the recognition that we are beyond just the individualization of our individual being. We are legions and legions and legions of angels and ascended masters, tribal shaman, the full-on consciousness of God, Goddess Absolute. Feel that resonance pouring through. Feel it, beloved. Feel it here and now, even now. Feel the pain rolling off of you. Feel the fear rolling away from you. You are divine. That which is necessary. That which is necessary shall be. There is no escape from the fulfillment of necessity. To make a vain attempt will find one in the spider web of cyclicity. Around and around a constant revolution, not learning the lesson or receiving the message that would afford one a divine solution. But as for every experience, yours or mine, we are the creators of necessity in thought and word and deed. You see, never an element of chance, not for you or for me, because we project the causes, the effects become necessary. We create action, circumstance, and destiny. And now we know exactly what to expect through the universal law of cause and effect. But during the times when something negative What happened to us? Our burdens seemed so heavy, and oh, how unjust. We cursed, we cried. How could this happen to us? But the seeming negative thing was a lesson and a message too that could be highly beneficial to me and to you. The lesson and the message were like a door marked pull, but our head was so hard and we were stubborn as a bull, for there we were pushing on a door marked pull. What are we doing? No wonder all the strife. Let us pass through the door of experience and it will serve us in life. So we open up the door, we stand tall, and we face it. Our cup is somewhat bitter, but we receptively embrace it. It's a very wise decision, for we cannot escape it. Yes, this effect was reaped from a cause we did so. And now is simply the time to pay the debt that we owe. So, with calm assurance, we now walk through the door to be tormented by this experience no more. Despite the seeming pain and apparent distress, all situations are to uplift our consciousness. To think we foolishly thought it was a disadvantage, what a blessing to realize that every seeming negative thing must always have an equal positive advantage. And now that all negative thoughts have been divinely released, our countenance is filled with that heavenly peace. A peace firm in the supreme spirit of eternal standing. I mean that unshakable peace that passeth understanding. And now, whatever our fate, let us not be disturbed. It did not happen to hurt us, but to humbly serve, despite the seeming pain and apparent distress. All situations are to uplift our consciousness. We deny the influence of anything distressing. There's a lesson that is teaching, a message wisely expressing, to please study us closely, for we are really a blessing. And the knowledge has been bestowed upon you and upon me that whatever comes into being is born of necessity. No more will we be caught in the web of cyclicity. We're now empowered by the dance of cause and effect, the universal law of necessity. Empowered by the dance of cause and effect, the universal law of necessity. Relationship is a vessel for the journey of true love. No matter who the bond is with, the journey leads back home above. God is really all there is. This the truth will surely tell. Forgotten oneness with my God, now trapped within an earthly spell. Once upon eternity, there was nothing else but me and all pervading godliness, every possibility. Then I split myself in two to be the me as well as you, and then to be the multitude, but oneness never to exclude. I dance the dance of harmony with every living part of me, then roll me all back into one. One and all was so much fun, then part of me fell at a loss, lest it be a separate boss, a bitter war I waged with me, lost in hell, no longer free. I forgot that I was whole, ripped apart my very soul. The life within cannot be lost. Illusion was the only cause. Cease the war, no more attack. Heaven, you must take me back. Hand in hand with all of me, again I'm ready to be free, though from my path I once did stray. Forgiveness says it's all okay. Now I be is homeward bound, where only wholeness can be found. Love of all, the key to me, a bridge to God where I am free. Everything through oneness shown, infinite love. Now take me home. Everything through oneness shown. Infinite love, now take me home. I am allowing, beloved, the frequencies of the all that is to pass through my being as I share with you. Be aware of the fact that there is so much more than this individual being, Astarius Miraculi, at work. The whole universe is portaling through unto God, Goddess Absolute, offering this sacred frequency. All is well in the kingdom of this divine moment. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for co-creating with me, and thank you for knowing the mysticism of the moment. The moment is full of mysticism. The moment is so divine. The moment is so present with Creator Source. Know that, beloved. Know that what it takes to make up who you are is the fullness of God, Goddess Almighty. That there's a version of Creator Source portaling through you in such a way that is unduplicatable. You are that special in the individualization of your being. And what makes you the most special is the all-inclusiveness of your universal being, that you are the universe loving itself through this joining. There is a piece that I'd like to share here and transmit some Reiki frequency from the album Ascension, Love, and the Word Became Flesh. So I'm going to transmit some strong Reiki frequency right now while you hear in the background the words to my album Ascension, Love, and the Word Became Flesh, album 1. Ascended Master Self, Father Saint Germain, Sananda, the Holy Mother Mary, Guardian Goddess of Mercy, Archangel Michael, and the legions, Ashtar, and the entire command, Babaji, Raphael, Gabriel, clan of the trumpet angels, aboriginal and tribal shaman, goddesses of fortune, angels of light, Elohim, clan of the serpents, Shiva, all Christ frequencies, all animal totems, elementals of fire, air, water, and earth, all divine beings of light, love, and ascension, named and unnamed, activate the cells within my being who are your counterparts. With the unified power of the One, I decree my highest good always operating in this now. I decree grace and mercy always operating in this now. I invoke, decree, and dream awake the full truth and reality of ascension in this now. I invoke and dream awake with every breath that I breathe the violet fire transmuting my whole being. I invoke and dream awake the full current of ascension in every cell of my being. I am ascending. I invoke and dream awake expanded God consciousness, fully realized in me as unlimited abundance, fulfilling my every need and desire. I invoke and dream awake the ending of procrastination, tiredness, blockages, obstacles, and unhealthy belief systems. I decree immediate abundance in my life. I invoke and dream awake my liberation from all karmic debt. I am infinite opulence. I invoke and dream awake my personal empowerment in every instant that anyone is impacted by my being and creations. I invoke and dream awake the infinite empowerment my sexual, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, and financial relationship with life. I invoke and dream away sacred sexuality, erotic innocence, and always express the sacredness of sexual force for pleasure, creativity, and healing. I invoke and dream away world universal healing from all sexual woundedness and shame. I invoke and dream away worldwide release of all manipulating forces and beings who would control humanity, past, present, and future. I invoke the angels and ascended masters to realign and heal all misused energy, to include the full restructuring of our DNA. I invoke and dream away the transmutation of all negative and judgmental projections. I invoke and dream awake my constant ability to be centered and balanced in my psychic perceptions and empathic nature. All overwhelming psychic energies are released by me automatically, easily, effortlessly. Hmm. I am empowered by everything. I invoke and dream awake my lucid dreaming each night I sleep. I am total remembering when I awake. I invoke and dream awake my infinite harmony with God, Goddess I am. I invoke and dream awake the full expression of my miraculous healing power. My life is a continuous stream of miracles. I send a stream of energy now, beloved, into your feet. When you feel your feet light up with energy, say resonating, I consecrate, we consecrate the ascended path upon which your feet walk, and consecrate your feet with which the ascended master walks. Say resonating when you feel your feet light up. And dream away the full blessings of God, Goddess, the ascended masters, angels, guides, and beings of light to bless this earth. I invoke stream of energy now sent to your crown chakra, resonating when you feel your crown chakra light up. And open myself to God's response, support, and love in my highest good. I invoke and dream awake the release of all past, present, and future lifetimes of decrees and vows which would bind me to limitation, lack, density, and anything not of us. Energy onto your root chakra when you feel your root chakra light up, resonating. Of my eternal self as powerful, loving, and fully aligned in abundant God consciousness. I invoke and dream awake the total dissolving of all manipulating forces which would bind this earth plane in fear. Energy sent to the brow chakra, your first eye, resonating when you feel your first eye light up. To intercede and raise the vibrations higher, to bring darkness into the light, raising the frequency of love and God consciousness on planet Earth in this now. I invoke and dream awake the ascension of planet energy sent to the sacral chakra, resonating when the sacral lights up. Of my soul in this now. Ascended clan, I'm calling you. Energy to the throat chakra, resonating when the throat chakra lights up. Deeply yearn to now return and claim my ascension throne. The fifth dimension and beyond, inheritance above. Energy sent to the solar plexus, resonating when the solar plexus lights up. In higher realms forever fly. Ascended clan, I ask for this, not only for myself. Let every being energy sent to the heart chakra and all of the chakras harmonically converging within the heart, resonating when the heart lights up. Also would return to end the madness of this flesh. A fire within us burns. Please help us to remember that we all are innocent, and by mercy and compassion After heaven, we are sent. Resurrection of ascension. Now you'll feel the rhythm and the resonance of bliss rippling all over your body. Bliss up one end and down the other of your body and your total being. Bliss to far eye. Within my heart has healed and set me free. A love that is because I am, therefore, love me. Among the great ascended plan, I am eternally. I am making my way back to my roots, one cosmic breath to ascension absolute. The time has been long since I have been home. I am hearing the call of a heavenly song. O infinite being in me, dream awake. I'm among the ascended, my place I now take. In trials of the flesh, I have been enmeshed, and in spite of all, I still have been blessed. After hurting my brother, my sister, and dishonoring my clan, my part is still vital in God's master plan. I am ending self-hatred, transcending mistakes, a brand new agreement with life I now have. For hiding myself, I paid a high cost. Time to get back that which I lost. For ending my fear and the will to attack. Heaven is open and taking me back. An infinite being I am now awake and among the ascended. My place I do take. Spirit. Thank you for receiving, beloveds. I would love to get some testimonials. I know that there's been some tremendous energy felt in this transmission. And if you would be willing, put it in the chat and share what it is that you felt in this experience. And also, I will respond to questions if you have them. Okay. Queen Serta, we love you. I love you too, beloved. Love you so much. Queen Mother Goddess, Opulence, Rainier, love you, beloved. Ah, the beloved says here, you are a blessing. This costs thousands of dollars in my country. I am so honored that I could be a blessing unto us all, and you are as much a blessing to me as am I to you. All exchanges are always equal. You know, sometimes we think that because one is learned or evolved, that they give more than the other. Some would say that the Master Christ gave more to the disciples than the disciples to the Master Christ, when in truth, all giving, all exchanges are always equal. You know, even when I give abundantly, as I love to do, then when you are in the receivership of that which I am giving, then you are giving me the opportunity to do the giving. All exchanges are equal. Okay, Natalie says, very strong energy felt in every center when you sent it. Thank you for sharing that, beloved. And I so felt the resonant connection with each and every one of your beings and feeling that emergence of that inner divinity within you. Tony said, felt a lot of energy in my solar plexus. Beautiful. Bless you, Amy Lightworker or Lightwalker. And Yoga Lotus, we are, I am, amen. Hariom, Hariom. My birthday is on the 19th. What does that mean for me? Well, you know what I would say, rather than telling you what that means for you, I'll offer you a sonic birthday transmission. As far as I'm concerned, the love that emanates from my heart to celebrate your birth and your birthlessness is reflected in this tone. Happy eternal birth. And this frequency is also sent to every one of our birthdays whenever they come. Every time is now. Happy eternal birth to every beloved in earshot, in heart shot of this message. Thank you for co-creating with me. And Christopher says, oh, Mama committed suicide a month ago and been healing and processing that. My heart is so tenderly moved by that sharing, Christopher. And I can't help but think of my mama's homegoing, which was on the 5th of November, 2016. And the one thing that was so helpful to me upon my mama's homegoing is Creator Source told me that I should grieve as much as I needed to, but that don't get stuck in the grief, and to recognize that there was a level of relationship interchange between me and my mama, with her being in spirit and me being in the physical, and that there was a frequency available in our relationship through the arcing from spirit and the arcing from flesh that was not quite the same and not available in the same way when we were both arcing from the physical. You know, when one openly takes their own life, that's one of the hardest transitions to understand. It so baffles us, you know, how it could occur. And I remember a dear sister friend of mine who chose to exit in that way, and I learned so much by way of her exit. You know, and she exited at a time when we were just friends, but she was a woman who I was previously in relationship with. And there was something that's so profound that happened to me that I let go of the need to try to understand the why of that, and to see that with eyes of innocence. I don't believe that Creator Source hurls treachery upon any being for anything. And so love unto your mama, Christopher. Love and light, and love unto your heart too. Right now, every being who is receiving this message, align with me in sending a tender transmission of healing and upliftment and comfort to Christopher and Christopher's mom now on the other side in spirit. Thank you for joining me in that. Thank you for offering that transmission with me. all of the ascended ones are present with us. Okay, Christopher said, I feel that definitely deep learning going on through the experience. Appreciate your energy that matches up with what I have been finding my way to. Wonderful. And I'd like for you to, Christopher, feel your resonant connection with every being who has ever went through what it is that you're going through with regards to how your mom chose to transition. Every other being that has been through that and has been victorious in that experience, they also are your own self by extension. Feel the linking up of the telepathic battery cables to from your heart mind to their heart mind and receive the soul jump start, because their mastery and their victory is your mastery and your victory. And all of you beloveds who are here and present, hold that intention along with us. It was a very powerful sharing. I feel deeply moved that you had the presence of mind and heart to share something so personal. I love you, Christopher, and I thank you so much for that. Love and mercy in love from Eric. Ahmad, I have pain in my heart chakra. I think you mean you're blessed, need your blessing. Well, the blessing is definitely there, Ahmad. And right while there is pain in the heart, there's another reality going on simultaneously. I want you to really feel this with me, beloved. That while there is pain in the heart, that is a reflection of something that is very much on the surface of your being. Journey with me, journey with us deeper into the center. In the center of the heart, in the center of being, is a place where pain is never welcome. Is a place where pain can never enter. And it isn't something that has to be earned. It's just a matter of shifting, Ahmad, attention to that place that is the center. It's just like the I and the I am of the storm, the very center of the hurricane, the very center of the tornado. And that is a place of exquisite peace, which is why when sometimes a tornado or a hurricane, a raging storm passes through a neighborhood and completely demolishes every house on one side of the street, and on the other side of the street, every house is left totally intact. And the houses that are left intact were passed over by the eye of the storm, that part of the storm that was nothing but peace and calm. So, Ahmad, go to the center of your being, to the I and the I am of the storm, that center place that is invincible, invulnerable, and invisible and immune to pain within the heart. And this tone is for you. Peace unto your heart and your whole being. And again, from Christopher, love and thanks to you as well, brother. Indeed. Practice Kundalini Yoga and the Inner Sanctum from Holly. Christine, yes, be in your center. Amen. Hmm. Beautiful energy shared, Queen Mother. I want to say, no, I don't want to say, I do say, thank you so much to all of you for giving me the opportunity to share with you in this spiritually intimate way as we walk each other home and come into the divine remembrance of who we really are. I just opened my book, Miraculii, Song of Ascension, to a wonderful message. The great Smith, this is some next level shadoodle. I opened up the book to a piece I call From Stinking Thinking to Revealing Feeling. And this piece I wrote, this was in 1985 when I wrote this piece. I was in a seminar called Omega Vector in Phoenix. And I remember standing up in the seminar. There was about 50 people in there, most of which I was meeting for the first time. And I was sharing a part of my life. And I was just absolutely sobbing as I was sharing a part of my life. And for the first time, I cried those tears with absolute dignity. I knew that it wasn't weakness. I knew that it was strength because I was being true to the reality of that moment. And it would have been weak had I tried to push it down. And the day or so after the seminar is when I wrote this piece. And this is a great piece because so many of us try to run away from our feelings. So this is From Stinking Thinking to Revealing Feeling. The things I know by what I think are partly good and they partly stink. Not a bad start, but partly sealed. Truth of the head is half revealed. What was the bid when I was a little kid? If I want to be smart, then learn it by heart. What a dread when I learned it by head. For in all my learning, I woke up dead. How can my truth be alive and real unless it's truth that I can feel? Down the highway of ignorance and strife, mere thinking was at the wheel of my life. Intellect was wheeling and dealing, but now I'm chauffeured by my feeling. I don't mind showing what's inside. We are all one. Why should I hide? When I do, from me I steal, for I can't heal what I won't reveal, and I can't heal what I'm unwilling to feel. So, life, mother of all good things, thanks for the wisdom feeling brings, and feeling there is nothing new except that which I always knew. From stinking thinking to revealing feeling, let's all open up and have a healing. We must come back home to our feelings. Our feelings is the seat of being. Feelings are resonant with being because feelings are that which is subjective. Our thinking is more outward, more objective. Intellect, objective. Feelings, subjective. Feelings, also seat of intuition. Intuition, elder of intellect. If they're siblings, intellect and intuition, then intuition is definitely the elder sibling. If you want to have full use of your intuition, then you must be in alignment with your feelings. From stinking thinking to revealing feeling. Now, sweet soul, know that relationship takes place on every level, not just the physical. This is another area of my book. Your mate will not be born on the day that they physically enter your life. They are flesh and blood and spirit, just like you. Even before you meet them, treat them as real, even when you don't know who they are or where they are. It is enough and empowering enough to simply know that they are. In your mind and in your heart, say to them, what sweet emptiness fills me, even when you're not here. Even in your absence, at the center of my heart, I hear your spirit chanting so loudly that my emptiness wears a royal robe of fulfillment. That's what you want to say to that beloved that you are summoning forth. You want to say, even in your absence, at the center of my heart, I hear your spirit chanting so loudly that my emptiness wears a royal robe of fulfillment. Let your so called emptiness wear a royal robe of fulfillment. No matter if it's related to the beloved or related to a measure of abundance that you're wanting to bring in, or related to a level of consciousness that you want to elevate to. You want to say in your heart, what sweet emptiness fills me even when you're not here. And even in your absence, at the center of my heart, I hear your spirit chanting so loudly that my emptiness wears a royal robe of fulfillment. And what that is you allow yourself to be where you're going even before you get there, because every reality of arrival exists in the inner sanctum of your being before the outward journey that takes you to that arrival. It's already done. Oh my God, this is already done. Oh, yes, it is. I'm feeling very light and free. And the beautiful thing about that, beloved, baby K, that as you're feeling so light and free, the lightness and the freeness that you feel within your being is also sent forth as multitudinous counterparts, as a blessing unto every other being in the whole of the universe. When you're light and free, the universe is over the moon in feeling light and free, because that which is achieved by the drop is achieved by the ocean. That which is seen of the drop is seen of the ocean. That which is done unto the drop is done unto the ocean. So as we are co-creating today, beloveds, by virtue of our coming together and sharing these truths and being in resonant connection with this consciousness, the universe is weak in the knees and over the moon by virtue of our co-creation. Feel that. Feel the way that we are impacting the fabric of the universe. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Maybe a little bit of both. I love it though. Let me see. Okay, I don't know if you're a philosopher of Zen and wisdom or just really high. I'm very, very high. I'm always high, but doesn't have nothing to do with substance. It's the internal substance of my soul in this now moment, even though there have been times I've experienced the great medicine journeys and the plant teachers, which is really wonderful, but I haven't had any plant medicine today. Oh, baby Casey, you are a true master. Thanks for that acknowledgement, beloved. I received that, and I received that in honor of not just me, but every being in all existence, because I really embrace the reality of the true master that exists within the central core of every being. And I don't care whether one is exemplifying their true master essence of being or not. Even if they're running amok and being as horrible as they can be, I see a higher vision for every being. I'm going to look larger. I'm going to see their redemption. And in so doing, that's that deposit that I'm making within their soul bank that is going to accumulate interest until such time that they come into the readiness to withdraw that. So I want to always bless life. I want to always see the master within every being. I want to see the very loving, adoring being within every being. Because if I see them in such a way that is an affirmation of their negativity, I'm just an accessory to the negativity, like pouring treachery upon treachery. So let us always believe in the highest and believe in the true master that exists within each and every one of us. Absolutely. Oh, Natalie says, thank you for being here on earth. You're so welcome, beloved. You're welcome and infinitely worthy. I feel honored to be here on earth. I'm just, over the moon with gratitude that Creator Source has given me the opportunity to be an embodiment at these times. I'm so grateful for all of us and just the wonderment of our being, the wonderment of our souls. So I'm moving close to our conclusion. So if there's any important questions that you want to bring forward, you can. And also, while I'm awaiting those questions, I am Astarius Miraculii, and this is Ascension Live, and it will be happening every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got started late today because I was having some major technical difficulties with getting everything going. But sometimes that happens. But isn't it so amazing that even on the heels of technical difficulty that we could come together and have such an experience? And I want you to really own your co-creative hand in this, beloved, because you are co-creator of everything that is unfolded within this now moment of our sharing. That you love yourself so much that you assisted in the co-creation of the reality of this transmission and this now moment. Peace, King. Thanks. Oh, Johannes. Hey, brother, we got to get together and do some music. Thanks for the truth. Okay, one perfect love. Yeah, that's brother Johannes Malik Ford. We have this amazing music chemistry. Oh my God, when that brother's on a drum and I'm on a didgeridoo, there's a magic that happens that is out of this universe. So you'll be experiencing some of that coming forth. Okay. I am grateful for you and everyone here sharing a space for love and healing. And love to you, beloved. Not sure how to pronounce your name, but I'm loving you, and uh, you know who you are and who I'm speaking to. I'm loving on you. I'm going to offer some didgeridoo before I close this out. It's always important to do that. So let me just grab it and offer that. Mouth a little dry. Hold on. Thank you, Divine Creator. Thank you, beloved angels. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Thank you for granting us the privilege, the blessing, and the opportunity to circle in with each other. We are so grateful. We are so divine. We are so in the remembrance of our inner divinity. Thank you, beloveds, for joining. Thank you for expanding, for being quickened in spirit. I wish I had this great level of God-like positivity. Well, beloved, you have it through every other being who has it. If you proclaim your intimate oneness with every being who is an exemplification of the God-likeness that you aspire to, it will indeed jumpstart you on the individual level. See, you don't need to long for this God-likeness because you belong to this God-likeness, and this God-likeness belongs to you. But you want to see it from oneness and not from separation. You want to see it from belonging and not from longing. Because every amazing thing is yours by extension. Potential electrical technical turbulence, whatever that means, but I receive your love. Receive it, receive it, receive it. High on our divine nature. I always say I'm secretly drunk. Oh, yeah. Aloha, mahalo for reminding I want to sing songs from these words you're sharing. Peace and blessings. All is well. I am Astarius Miraculii, and my website is astarius.com. Astarius.com. I've got 24 music albums and a couple of books over there. And thank you in advance for partaking of my creations. I'm also available for intuitive astrological readings and sound transmissions with didgeridoo and vocal harmonics. I practice and teach Reiki. I also have a donation button on my website, and some have been really kind and gracious sending donations. I do receive donations via uh, PayPal, via Cash App, Venmo, as well as the donation button on my website. So thank you for your generosity of currency, and your generosity of love and of consciousness. Take really, really sweet care of yourself and ride upon the wings of the ascension. And I will see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, for another ride on the wings of Ascension Live. And I am Astarius Miraculii, loving you with the passion of heaven. If you know how much I'm loving you, you'll be dancing all around.